Our scripture meditation for this evening is Mark chapter 6, verses 30 through 32. Again, Mark chapter 6, verses 30 through 32. Every lesson learned either comes from instruction or experience. Some refer to this as either taught knowledge or bought knowledge. Bought knowledge usually comes from painful experiences and hard life lessons. One of the lessons that our community could better heed deals with establishing and maintaining good credit. Heeding the proper instruction on this can save a person lots of money and lots of frustrations. Without question, a credit score will determine how much access you get to financing a lifestyle, as well as determining the price you will pay for goods and services. Two people can buy the same house, the same car, the same insurance, and literally pay the difference of thousands of dollars. Some companies will even determine your worthiness for a job based on, in part or in whole, on your credit report. That 3-digit credit score should never be taken for granted. It either gives you access or denies you privileges that could otherwise be enjoyed. Remember when a $38,000 handbag caught Oprah Winfrey's eye in a posh Swiss boutique? Her credit worthiness, based both on her credit score and income, privileged her to be able to pull out that black card. Folks on our income level had never even heard of a black card. Go Oprah. While everyone should work diligently to have great credit, there still remains critically needed things that cannot be acquired through means of A1 credit. The most valuable things in life cannot be acquired by Oprah's black card or even her abundant financial resources. One of the things that we desire most, and you cannot buy it, is peace. You cannot charge it on your best credit card or access it with the perfect credit score. Peace is a rich man's dream and a poor man's prayer. In order to understand how to enjoy peace, let's consider the factors in our lives that drains our peace. Take a look at your bare chest. Nowhere on it will you find the letter S, as if you are Superman or Superwoman. So often we allow ourselves to be overwhelmed with busy schedules, which include job responsibilities, household duties, family cares, and all the many concerns that occupy our hearts on any given day. We burden ourselves in this way because we falsely measure ourselves by what we do, what we accomplish, and what we acquire. Our real measure of self-worth should not be so much what we do as it is who we are to Christ, ourselves, and our loved ones. Who you are is far more important than what you do, what you accomplish, or what you acquire. Here's a way to prove this point. When we reflect on a loved one at a funeral, we rarely focus on what they did, what they accomplished, or what they acquired. We focus on their character, their person, their love, and the relationship that we enjoyed with that individual. If then we love others for who they are, as opposed to what they do, accomplish, or acquire, why don't we apply that very same standard for our own self-evaluation? Maybe we need to focus more on being as opposed to doing, accomplishing, or acquiring. Mark chapter 6, verses 30 through 32 well illustrates this point. Jesus had previously called and sent out the 12 disciples. They busied themselves in ministry endeavors and joyously reported all they had done. Listen to how Jesus responded to them. And the apostles gathered themselves together unto Jesus and told him all things, both what they had done and what they had taught. And he said unto them, Come you yourselves apart into a desert place and rest a while. For there were many coming and going, and they had no leisure so much as to eat. And they departed into a desert place by ship privately. Jesus understands the value of separating yourself from a busy and hectic lifestyle. If you keep pouring into your job, home, family, loved ones, and giving of yourself to various matters of concern, how do you replenish yourself? Keep pouring, and at some point, there will not be anything left to pour. Notice, Jesus said they had no leisure so much as to eat. That means they did so much for others that they did not take care of themselves. Immediately, the Lord put them on vacation, which meant separating from the very people who have needs and wants and demands for your time and attention. He never told them to stop loving, nor to stop caring and serving those individuals. In essence, he said, do not love, care, and serve so much that it kills you in the process. Take some time for you. A person with a loving spirit and servant's heart may find this to appear to be a selfish proposition. In actuality, if you do not look out for your welfare, you will not fare well. Hence, this time at home could best be used by looking at everyone, everything, and every place you have responsibility for, and every concern that takes from you time, energy, focus, finances, or other resources. How much of you is given out on a daily basis? How much do you get back in return? If your savings and or investments were constantly losing money, what would you do about them? At some point, you expect a return on the investment. If you keep investing yourself and not getting the return, what are you going to do? Now that you have this extra time on hand, find you a desert place and release, relax, recharge, renew, and refocus. Be careful not to evaluate yourself by doing. Instead, place greater emphasis on being so that you love yourself with the same standard that you love your closest relatives. It's not what they do that you love, it's who they are that you value. Guess what? It's okay to say no. People will not stop loving you for saying it. If they do, they didn't love you in the first place. God may be using this virus to accomplish a number of purposes beyond our current understanding. One may very well be to slow us down, get us to a desert place, and position us for a greater experience of peace. Spend a little bit more time being and not so much time doing, and you too may find peace that cannot be bought with the black card. May God bless you to find a desert place so that you can release, relax, recharge, renew, and refocus. Therein lies the peace that rich men dream about and poor men pray about. Tune in tomorrow night and every night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for another edition of A Few Minutes with the Minister with Words from the Master.